Hey there kids, YourGuitarSage here. Today we're going to learn how to play Such Great Heights by the Postal Service. And I'm looking at my chart here on the screen. We're going to talk about the chords, we're going to talk about the rhythm and that sort of thing. So usually you're used to hearing this tune, of course, with keyboards and that sort of thing, unless you're listening to Ben Folds' version, which is with piano, which is an awesome version, an awesome cover of this as well. And so anyhow, we're going to talk about this today. Any of the techniques that I'm talking about here, if you don't understand them, check out YourGuitarSage.com, and also you can find out how to get a chart to this tune. So the same chart that I'm looking at here, which I've done in the number system. So instead of C's and F's and G's and A minors, I'm looking at 1s and 4s and 5s and 6 minors. Okay, so that may be very Greek to you, but it's a great way of learning your chords. So if you don't know about the National Number System, also just called the Number System, but it's used pretty extensively here in Nashville by studio players, then check it out because it's a great way of learning. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start into it, and I'm going to play starting at the verse. Okay, song's in 4. So 4 beats per measure. We're capoing at the 5th fret. Get a capo if you don't have one, or don't know what it is. Check out my video on capos. So without further ado, here we go. It's going to go something like this. Taking it from the verse. It's going to go. That's the verse. So I played that verse twice. We'll talk about the chords and we'll talk about the strumming rhythm and all that stuff in a second. Chorus is going to go like this. So, since this song is basically broken up into verse and chorus, there is one little section, which is the bridge, which is the breakdown, if you will, the or something like that. I know there's some little keyboard part there, but the bridge, I'll talk about that. That's in the middle of the song. It's played 4 times, and then there's a fade out of it. But it's basically going to go like this. It's going to go. It's going to go like this. Repeat. Okay, so basically it just repeats that part over, which basically we're looking at the beginning of the verse. But then after that D minor, it starts over again. So it's a little bit of like a hiccup in the music. It's pretty cool. Alright, so let's talk about chords here. Verse is going to go C. Again, we're capoing at the 5th fret. We got C, E minor, D minor, F, G. Then it repeats, but the very last chord is different. So you do that whole thing again, but instead of a, well, I'll just repeat it again here and change it. So C for 2 measures, E minor for 2 measures, D minor for 2 measures, a measure of F, a measure of E minor. Okay. I'm talk about the construction of these chords here in just a minute with the left hand. Okay, chorus is going to go 2 measures of C, 2 measures of G, 2 measures of F, 2 measures of E minor. Okay, and then that just repeats twice. And by the way, the verse, I did there one section and then another section. That whole enchilada there goes twice for at least the first verse. The second verse it only goes through it one time. Okay, by the way, if this is making sense, you know how the song goes, so just listen to it and with the chords and what have you, assemble them. If you want a chart to this, check out YourGuitarSage.com and you can get a hold of this chart. Okay, let's talk about the strumming method for this. I'm trying to think of let's talk about the chords here first. Okay, so C, you know your basic C. Hang your thumb over onto this 6th string so that when you're strumming, when you're doing that nice happy little strum there, this guy's muted instead of letting it sing out. You know, that's not what we want for this, right? And then when I go to my E minor, that's fine, just straight up E minor. D minor, I'm bringing my thumb around here again, muting that note. And I play an F like this. You can play it like this. That's fine. I like the sound of this one better. And then G. I play my G like this. Some people play it like this. Some people play it like this. There's about 32 other ways to play it. But for the most part, that's what you want right there. I like that one. I like the sound of it. And then back to the E minor. Okay, so that takes care of all the chords and the progression. Let's talk about rhythm here for a second. You've heard in a lot of my videos, I'm checking on my time here, you've heard in a lot of my videos me do this strum. The strum is 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. Okay, so to slow this down, we're going 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4. Okay, if that strum doesn't come really natural for you, look at my hand and watch what I'm doing. It's really important that you're not playing it like this. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. Okay. It's important that your hand is moving 1, 2, and 4. Okay. That is really about it on this tune, other than the construction which we've talked about. So great tune. Hopefully you guys have learned something here today. I'm putting up videos every day, so if you haven't already, hit subscribe and check out YourGuitarSage.com. I've got an ebook out there along with some supportive videos that you'll find on my YouTube channel that will support that ebook. So, alright kids, keep practicing. Get out of here. Go, practice.